Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for another Social Sportsman podcast.
Let's go!
Yes. All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome. It is week 12 reaction and hype train of our Social Sportspad podcast. Basically, what we do is we go over the events of week 12 and kind of give our reaction based on how teams performed. And then we look ahead to week 13 as we give ourselves some bold predictions of the games that are coming up and coming. So, basically, I am Ricky. I am your host of the Social Sportspad podcast. With me, always, is my brother, the Cobra.
You know it, guys. You know it.
Yep. Tyler and Ben. Ben is MIA right now. Tyler is in the middle of a call, so we have, basically a little bit of MIA, so they're like, oh yeah, you gotta deal with these crazy guys alone. Tyler...
Which should be an honor in all open honesty, because you got two of the biggest football fans you know.
All right, yeah, definitely.
And that was Tyler, who is welcome, Tyler.
So basically, you got the results of your drug test, right?
I passed. Shut up. I passed.
He's like, he passed. All right, so yeah. Basically, we'll start out with the last...
I did not pay Roger Goodell. No, I did not pay.
So this is the last surprise week of, basically week 12 is the last of the surprise weeks. Right now, teams are showing us exactly how they are and what we are looking forward to in the off season.
To use a coach's quote, they are who we think they are.
Yep,
and let them off the hook.
Thought they were.
You want to crown them? Crown their asses.
All right. So basically, this is the last time we will use the surprise of the week segment. We have another segment definitely planned starting next week, and it's gonna be fun. All right. So basically, how we are gonna go about doing this tonight, since we don't have Ben, who's normally my leadoff guy. We're going to lead off with the Cobra, and then we're going to do Tyler, and then we're going to get me. We'll actually also ask the chat kind of what was your surprise of Week 12. So, Tanner, that is definitely your chance and opportunity to voice in. All right, so Cobra, take it away. What was a surprise, either result, or just play ability of Week 12?
Well, if you want my opinion, how about the Thanksgiving? Can we talk the Thanksgiving games?
Yeah. I mean, that's part of Week 12.
Yep. So Thanksgiving games, how interesting and varied they were. You had the Cowboys running roughshod over the Commanders. You had the Green Bay Packers defeating the Lions.
That was a good game, man.
I mean, it was definitely an interesting, definitely this a good start to the holiday season.
Yes.
Tyler, what were you surprised about Week 12?
I wanted to break up the monotony on that one because
my biggest surprise is the Patriots keep going with Mac Jones.
I definitely.
I don't think they have a choice.
Sorry, Cobra.
My
biggest surprise is that the Patriots.
Okay.
But the fact that they keep benching him for Bailey Zappi during the game.
Instead of just giving Zappi come on, man. Just give him a week with the ones and let it be done. Sit the man down.
I didn't want to have to be predictable and bring him.
No. Bad.
I didn't want to be.
Bad.
I didn't want.
Bad.
I didn't want.
No. Be still.
First.
Back.
Can you get the spray?
All right. So
Can you
anyway.
get the spray bottle?
I will. Hot sauce.
Do we need the spray bottle?
No. It should be fine. No. So actually, I have two surprises.
Okay.
Kind of to mention. If you have a surprise that your chat mentions, Tyler, just kind of let me know.
Tanner
Tanner was like, yeah, the Bears defense. The Bears absolutely winning just barely by against the Minnesota Vikings Monday night. That was definitely a surprise. One, so that the Bears actually look like they were a ball club. Like they could actually win a game. How many games this year that they have lost by just not holding onto it in the fourth quarter. And my surprise is actually the Buffalo Bills Philadelphia Vikings games. But yeah, the reason why I say that was I say it was surprising is for me, I definitely say the Eagles should have won by way more than that. Like going into the game, and for Buffalo to actually
the Eagles should have won by way more than that.
Force overtime.
Yeah.
All right. Even though they did not win, and almost did win in overtime, had Gabe Davis turned the right way. Pretty much. If he had turned the opposite way, he would have corrected himself and caught that touchdown back. Absolutely bar none.
Yep.
But hey, go Birds, good luck. Hey, that's all I'm gonna say about it.
Yep.
A lot of people are gonna,
are gonna talk about how the refs rigged it faster. You can say 4chan or whatever.
But I will say,
game recognizes game.
I was
gonna say, what the hell is
the end result? No matter nobody cares about what happens in the history books or what happened in the middle of the game. What penalties were missed? What plays didn't happen?
Because no matter what, no matter what,
the W.
No matter what, it ends up as a win or a loss in
W's and
no one gives unfortunately no one gives a flying fuck about that.
Unless you do it too many times in a row.
Then it becomes a trend and we know you're rigging it.
Anyway. So basically on that note.
Did you see?
Yep, what?
Did you see the joke your fiance did, Ricky?
Oh, that she could barely stand that joke. Yeah, I trust me. With the way.
Bear with us, Sam. Just bear down.
Yeah. Seriously, it'll get grisly if you keep on going.
Stop it!
It's the American way.
Oh God. Yep.
Cobra, who are you panicking on?
So basically, Cobra, who are you panicking on?
I'm gonna reserve the Bills for you. If I'm gonna panic on anybody, it's gonna be the Washington Commanders because Ben is not here. I watched a little bit of that Thanksgiving game, and it looked like the first quarter the Commanders were competitive.
That was horrid.
And then it's like they shit down their leg.
I mean, the Commanders just,
They shit down their leg anyway.
I was gonna say they can't stop anybody. There's just
one word when it comes to their secondary. One word comes to mind, and that is sieve.
I was gonna say porous.
Sieve, not porous. Sieve.
Anyway.
Yeah.
All right. So Tyler, which team are you panicking on?
I agree. I agree with Cobra.
All right.
Oh, I'm gonna reserve the Bills for you as well. I am actually going to be not a homer this week, but I'm panicking on the New England Patriots.
That was gonna be my other pick. That was
actually,
stop starting Mac Jones. You know he's ass.
Pick someone else.
Pick someone else.
Easy target. He's right. Easy target. Too easy of a target.
Patriots are dead.
Yep. Patriots are dead. Too easy of a target.
Ooh.
Yep. Actually, to be fair, next week this is going to be the last week of panic too.
Yeah. Because
we are there's no reason to panic. As teams start to fade out. So this is going to be our last panic week.
This might be Elimination Station. This might be Elimination Station. So
yeah, this is Elimination Station.
All right, basically, which team are we running the train on?
I guess honestly,
Megan Hall.
This is hard to choose because I have I have a couple. I'm just trying to think of which one I want to use.
Okay.
One.
Well, actually, since Ben's not here, go ahead and pick two.
Yeah, please. I
One.
wish. I wish I had the full finger.
Not gonna lie. So I'm gonna surprise both of you.
Dude,
Panicking that the Patriots will play the ball. Only football reference I know. Way to go, Sam! I'm so
I'm
proud
gonna
of
have to
her.
go to your
Let's
Jets.
roll the cameras on that one.
I'm so proud of her. Is that a Michigan reference? God, you're gonna steal symbols like the Astros.
I'm
Hey,
panicking
I
on
need
New York
the.
Jets.
Where's my trash can? Where's my trash can?
Alright,
Your Jets-
wait. Alright, so, but yeah. I'm gonna surprise
Let's say
both of you,
Astros.
and not gonna lie, the Bills are not my panic team.
You quit on them, I guess.
No.
Because
Actually,
they played
then
good
Anyway.
football.
I'm going with the Bills and the Jets.
So you're gonna panic on the Bills and the Jets.
I'm
Alright?
going with the
Jets
reason
for
the
obvious
Jets is
reasons.
because
The
Jets
Bills,
are ass. They
the
picked up a
Bills,
good quarter-
the Bills, because they keep beating themselves.
The Bills because the Bills, if they should have won that game. Eagles did not
They should have won every
well.
single one of their losses.
defensively. The
It-
Bills should have won that game,
Let's call a spade on that one.
Bobby, hey, you should.
except for one of them.
if
Except
I-
for
Wishing,
one of them.
but wishing one hand,
Well,
shitting the
I was
other,
gonna
see which
say,
one
if
fills
we
up
had-
faster.
If
Anyway,
we won on
the reason-
shoulda couldas, I'd be a billionaire right now.
Millionaire.
Yep. So
Anyway, the reason I'm panicking on the Bills is because they're 6-6 right now. They're 6-6 right now. If they lose at least 2 more games, they're out of the playoffs.
Yeah.
not
They
gonna lie,
need
with
to
the
win
way
the
the
rest of the
AFC
season
East,
in order to
or
make the
where the
playoffs.
AFC is,
Especially with
they
Miami.
lose one.
Yeah.
And push.
They lose one against the AFC, against any AFC
They're out.
opponent,
very,
they're done.
Very tough AFC.
Yeah,
And now the Jets.
Yeah, they're done if they lose it against any AFC.
yeah, and they face
Who
the
do you
Chiefs
got,
next.
Ricky? The Jets? No,
No,
the Jets.
I am panicking on the Cincinnati Bengals.
Ooh.
Alright? Yeah, like seriously, Jake Browning
Well,
is.
they don't have Drew Burrow. I understand that.
Yeah, the loss to Joe Burrow just. Oh my goodness.
Oh shit, you're right. They did. The Vikings lost the division last night.
Yeah, I mean,
Tanner is right. They lost the division last night.
hey, it happens.
Go
Yeah,
Detroit.
like,
Detroit.
You know, Detroit. It was
Yeah,
Detroit's division to lose this year anyway.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Like Minnesota last year had a lot of luck on their side, won 4 games. I mean, case in point for Minnesota's luck last year
They also
was
don't
the
have
Bills
Kirk
game.
Cousins, so.
The Bills game against the Minnesota Vikings definitely was the exemplary for their luck. Josh Allen fumbling at the goal line that's recovered by Minnesota to send it into overtime, and then 4th and forever for Justin Jefferson to get that touchdown or get that catch. I mean, hey, it's kind of just a different thing.
And what it wasn't. It also.
But again, with the Bengals, like they're definitely not a good team. Last week, Joe Mixon was unable to produce anything. I mean, right now it is Jamar Chase, and that's it. In terms of that offense, and once they start locking it down, like seriously.
Well, they don't have Joe Burrow. He's out for the season.
Yes.
That's
Joe
what we're
Burrow's
saying.
not off.
That's what he
Without
just
Burrow,
said.
Without Joe Burrow, being able to use his hand. Oh, look at this! Look at this! This is
Bengals season.
This is more than Joe Burrow's range of motion right now, and this is Cincinnati season. Oh,
Au revoir,
Oh.
bitches.
what's this? Oh, bang, hand down. All right. So anyway, we're gonna go and pump the brakes. Which team do we have that we need to pump the brakes on the hype that they have? Cobra, who are you pumping? Pump it up.
It's time to pump the brakes on this certain team. It's time to pump the brakes on the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Wait, you saying they're not going to Super Bowl?
They still going to
Okay.
Super Bowl, but not like this. They didn't beat a quality Bengals opponent. They beat a bungle.
Hey, You win the games you're supposed to
But
win.
the Steelers
That's
are
what
still
it is.
going to Super Bowl. They're still going to Super Bowl.
Like, don't hit me, I'm pretty princess. No,
Steelers
that's what Tom
are
Brady
still going to Super Bowl,
Let's
motherfucker. Kenny Pickett has hands bigger than his cock. So Kenny Pickett performed
Alright,
valiantly.
seriously, Yinzerman, you gotta calm it down, man. Like, seriously, you are so obsessed with Kenny Pickett's cock. It's not funny, man. I might have to put you in a certain hub section. Yeah, hey.
Only on the hub.
Alright,
Anyway.
so, Tyler, who are you pumping the brakes on? He's like, I need to think about this real
I'm going
quick.
Homer this week. I'm pumping the brakes on the New York Giants.
Of course, they beat
Wait.
I'm pumping the brakes on the New York Giants.
Don't pump on the dead. Don't pump on the dead. That's kind of creepy.
He's trying to give his team life.
Oh, trying to give it life?
Yep. He's
They're not dead.
Yeah, statistically, he's right.
I'm pumping the brakes on. I'm pumping the brakes in the bad way on them.
Okay, well, alright, fine.
I mean,
go ahead.
Yeah, they beat the Patriots led by Mac Jones and a bunch of.
And the reason I'm pumping the brakes,
Yeah.
they beat the Commanders, and then they beat the Commanders. So what? 2 wins. We got the Eagles coming up, and we're gonna get the living shit kicked out of us.
You beat the Patriots.
Yeah, 3 wins.
Yeah, 3 wins.
3 wins.
3 wins.
Yeah, 3 wins.
4 actually.
I'll flap.
Golf clap.
Alright, so anyway, so Tanner says that, he is, pumping the brakes on the Browns. Yes, the Browns' defense is elite, and defense wins you championships. But, you gotta score some points in the NFL.
But not if you can't fucking score with your offense.
Yep, absolutely. It's definitely trash, throwaway there. But, now, let's get hyped! Alright, Cobra, who are you hyped on?
Because I promised to get hype on the parking lot. Joey Overstreet, I hope you like this. You're going 12-5. It's the Denver Broncos.
You son of a bitch! You stole my dang frickin' Pittsburgh gun. Fucker.
Look, hey, there's another team you can get hyped for.
Yeah.
You know.
Hey, go ahead. Go ahead, keep on going.
So, Denver.
Oh, hype?
Yep.
Oh, we're hyping?
Yeah,
Okay.
we're hyping.
We're
I'm
hyping.
gonna hype the Houston
Oh, wait,
Texans.
did I pump anybody?
I'm hyping the Houston Texans.
Did you? So you were hyping the Houston Texans?
Yeah.
Yep, I have the Texans. Alright.
Alright.
Yo, I hate you both.
I'm
I
hyping
hate
the
you
Texans
both
because
right now.
I think it's between the Texans. I gotta do 2. So I'm hyping both the Texans and the Jaguars.
No! Double bird! Double
You too,
bird,
okay?
Tyler! Like, seriously, y'all taking all my hype! All the hype! Like, seriously, I am the hype!
You guys do it to me every week, so I don't want to hear it.
Yo, that's why I go last!
This is why my power is maximum.
Prove it to me.
Alright, so anyway, yeah.
Ricky's got someone.
Yeah,
Spare
like,
change.
honestly, God, like...
Okay, Ricky, what's your hype since I stole it?
You fucking stole it! You both stole it, you sons of bitches! Yeah, like, seriously, Broncos, like, turning everything around since, the Miami Dolphins whooped that ass. And then, Houston Texans making C.J. Stroud look almost like MVP in his rookie year. Alright, so I'm gonna say right now, you know, the other team I guess to be hyped on is the best record in the NFL, the Philadelphia Eagles.
Die, Eagles, die on the
Hey,
road
Patty.
to agony.
Well, I'm gonna say this, yeah, like the Philadelphia Eagles are absolutely right now, like they might not be as good a team as they were last year.
Nope.
And I mean last year, not gonna lie, the Eagles
Volume
Volume alert! Actually, hold on, let me see.
Loud noises.
Loud and
Fan-
Black Lions! But anyway.
Ivan,
But no, so
Mandatory.
the Philadelphia
Ricky.
Eagles right now are
He-
they're playing good football. They're playing smart
Ricky,
football.
ban the tush push, and the Eagles are ass.
Not even that.
Not even that.
Okay,
that was a non-factor in the Bills game.
That was a non-factor in the Bills game.
All I got to
But I mean,
They showed it off once, and then we were like, "Fuck you."
You wanna go ahead and you wanna go ahead and talk about the brotherly shove, the tush push,
the rugby
it's a quarterback sneak.
It's a quarterback
That's
sneak
it.
with a rugby scrum.
That is it.
That's all it is.
That is a quarterback sneak. And yes, that's Pepsi Zero Sugar.
Yeah. Yeah, what are we gonna do? What are you gonna do about it, Sam?
But no, so again, all right. If you look at that play that everybody wants banned in the NFL, all right, it is exactly the
It's
same
literally been around for
play
hundreds of years.
that Tom Brady did with the Patriots.
Yeah.
The only thing they added to it is a player coming from behind and giving him a shove. Which, I don't know, but did you guys see how many times an offensive lineman will do that in an open field?
Not
Wait,
even
how
an
was
offensive
running back?
lineman. Sometimes an extra wide receiver or tight end.
But hey,
God forbid.
oh my God.
Yeah, God
like,
forbid there's a goal line
Hey.
stand at the end zone. God forbid that.
I mean, it's just like when was the last time you saw, diving over to the pile? Alright?
Yeah.
That play's gone. Alright? I think the last time we saw somebody jump over the pile was a couple of years ago, just stretching over.
All right,
And
guys.
that doesn't work because they knocked the ball at the hand.
Yep. Anyway, guys, back to the pile, everyone. Dirk Derbs.
Oh my goodness, back to the pile.
Back to the pile, everyone.
Alright. But yes, definitely the Eagles deserving the hype there. What did I read? Alright. So basically, we're going to take a timeout.
Take a little time out, relax.
Basically, take this moment, go ahead and get up and stretch, or do the wave. Wave.
Woo!
Alright. But yeah, so get up and stretch, grab a drink, get you some snacks,
Hashtag
use the
sponsored by
bathroom.
Venmo.
Huh? What'd you say, Tyler?
I had sponsored by Venmo. I said
nice.
sponsored by Venmo.
But no, so I can't get up and stretch, asshole.
Why can't you stretch? Did you break your back?
Sam is right now on bed rest.
Yeah.
She just got home from the hospital. She had surgery on Saturday. So, she
that sucks.
so
actually.
basically
I hope
she's
you
got
feel
a
better, Sam.
she's got a week of bed rest.
Hope you feel better, Sam.
Yep, absolutely. My wonderful Sam. They normally run an ad break here, but basically I'm using the timeouts. Normally I'd have a movie reference, but I ran out of time, so I did not do any references this week. But so it is now time for Cobra's favorite part of the.
Woo.
Wrap up those tanks!
Yeah, it's time to rev them up.
Woo.
What up? Rev 'em up those
Rev
tanks!
them tanks, boys! It's Tank Man! Sponsored by Sleeves. Bringing the extra drip to your A game.
Hashtag rip your.
Link is in our Spotify
Hashtag
bio.
rip headphones users.
Yeah.
We're sorry.
So,
Alright.
We're not responsible for any ear bleeding.
Yep, no ear bleeding.
nope.
Alright, so Cobra. It's time, my brother. Give me them tank men. Number 5!
Number 5, the Buffalo Bills.
Alright, throw it up.
Symbol of excellence, number 4, because this team used to be excellent, New England.
Number 3, give it to me.
Number 3, the Minnesota Vikings.
Number 2.
That was good.
Number 2, the Cincinnati Bengals.
Jesse, yes, you're here at the table, sitting here.
Whoop. Damn it, Team Forcer. YouTube autoplay. one, the Carolina Panthers. They fired their head coach this week.
Fired Frank Reich after not even one season.
Yep, the end of Frank Reich. Yep, the Carolina Reich is not even a full season, by the way.
Not even a full season. Like, yeah, that is.
And you feel bad for their first ever quarterback. Facts. Frank Reich was their first quarterback of franchise history. Yes.
I thought that was.
No, not Kerry Collins. No, it was Frank Reich.
All right. Yeah, here we go. Yeah, Cobra.
What?
No, it's my turn.
You wanna count him down?
All right, Tyler. Number 5.
Cincinnati Bengals.
Number 4.
New York Giants.
All right. Number 3.
Buffalo Bills.
All right. Number 2.
The already dead New England Patriots.
And number 1.
And number 1, the Reichless Carolina Panthers.
All right. Ricky.
I was gonna say, Tyler, you wanna count me down?
Number 5.
Number 5. I'm gonna go with the Seattle Seahawks.
5.
Nice. Seattle. Symbol of excellence. Symbol of excellence.
Number 4.
The Washington Commanders.
Yeah. Number 3.
The
New
New
England
England
Patriots.
The Patriots. Number 2.
Okay.
Number 2
Number 2
is going to be the let's go with the Bengals.
And number 1.
Number 1
and number 1.
would be the Panthers, but they traded it away to the Bears.
Oof.
Yes, that is a reference to
Their first overall pick.
Yep, first overall pick is traded to the Chicago Bears. So, number 1 is Carolina Panthers, but Bears.
Right.
Yeah. Anyway, so.
But the Bears are actually playing better.
Yeah, they are playing much better.
They are playing much better.
But again, they got it through, Carolina's, number 1. All right, so we're going to do Holla at Ya Boy a little bit differently this week.
All right.
All right? Because we don't have Ben.
Yes, we do. Would not have Ben.
Let me check backstage, see if Ben is kind of... Yeah, okay,
Nope.
Ben is not there. All right.
Ben,
So, I say, give me dos boys. All right, Tanner was like Chargers, Patriots, Titans, Cardinals,
Dos?
and Panthers.
2?
Dos.
Yep. 2 hollas at your boy.
Dos bros.
Yep.
All right, so you
I
get
can
2
say two?
boys.
Yeah.
2?
Yeah. Congratulations, my friend. You get 2.
Now you get 1. All right, and that also is for Tanner as well. You get to pick 2 Holla at Ya Boys. All right, so Cobra, holla at your boy.
All right. This one's going to be weird. I'll holla at your boy because he did a valiant effort and a losing effort. Josh Allen. Josh Allen did play well in that loss.
Okay.
And I got to give it to
Yes, he did.
Cowboys defense.
All right,
Tyler.
That
Give me
Cowboys
2.
defense. Oh my God.
Give me 2.
My first one is CeeDee Lamb
Mary had a CD Lamb.
and Tommy DeVito.
Ah.
Yeah, CD Lamb, more like CD's nuts.
Yep.
Got him.
No, the fact that our rookie quarterback has more touchdowns than our starter.
I mean, to be fair,
it's
like,
Danny
he's only
Diapers,
played, like,
you know.
3 games. But yeah.
Derp. Derpity derp 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 derpity derp. Derp derp derpity
No,
derp
he is
derp
not
derp
Danny DeVito's
derp
brother.
derp
He's
derpity
nowhere
derp.
near related.
Woohoo! Derp 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 derp.
You got Ricky.
Woohoo!
Who's the highlight boy?
So, who am I hollering at boy? First is the actual
Let me hear it.
winner of the Classic in Philly, Jalen Hurts. 5 touchdowns.
I do gotta give Jalen Hurts. though.
Ricky, if I said Josh Allen and Jalen Hurts,
Yeah.
I wouldn't have given you. Oh, you're welcome.
Yeah, alright. My other one is another.
To be very
defense.
honest, that's
That is a very brotherly thing. Is the next slide Punch Boys?
Yes. College your boy. Basically, again, who is your player of the week? Who got your fantasy team to win? Who filled the stat sheet? That's right. And who brought your wife home by 10 o'clock from her entanglement?
how much how much alcohol did you drink this time?
Hey. But no, Broncos D. You know, definitely, they took that game over.
I actually
Bluetooth mode.
respect
no,
the hell
Bluetooth
out
mode.
of that.
Hey, basically, make sure that it doesn't pop off again.
Don't worry, it's not. It's
I get a football player if I marry you. What? Oh, bad.
I want to
He's
see.
taking
I want
you
to see
to
the pictures,
Cucktown. Oh,
Ricky,
shit.
for the 8th bet.
Don't be a cock! All right. So anyway, you wrote it.
Did I write it?
If Ricky walked into that one with both eyes wide open.
Wow, black leather couch.
Eyes up here. Eyes up here.
Alright.
And a black and white.
So, Tanner! So, you're the football guy there. Alright, Tank Dell and Bijan Robinson. Alright.
Tank Dell, I actually agree with that. Tank Dell and CJ Stroud.
Tank Dell is a diamond in the
Why
rough.
not-
Ah, chef's kiss. Absolutely.
All
Love
right.
it.
Next slide.
Next slide.
So, all the pressure. Which team has the most to lose? Which player and which coach will get fired? And which teams will be the first to visit Dr. Cobra?
Yes, Dr. Cobra next week. Yep, speaking of which, I definitely gotta order that lab coat one.
Lab coat and
yep.
staff.
Anyway. Well, so yeah. Which team? We'll go one question at a time. I'll ask both of you guys. Which team has the most to lose this week? Cobra?
Which team has most to lose this week? Annapolis.
I mean, they already suffered a major blow. Jonathan Taylor is out for the next, 2 weeks.
That's funny.
But, not gonna lie, it was like, Cobra is my doctor jumping off the Empire State Building. Damn!
Why we love you,
Oh,
Sam.
I love you, my love. I love you,
But
my
the
love.
reason why I say Indianapolis is because they hold a wild card spot and the Texans are in the bubble.
Yep.
If the Indianapolis Colts actually lose, they actually lose a valuable position in that bubble.
Yep.
So you really got to think about that. That is the Colts and the Texans are the two teams that really benefit from each other's losing. And I think the Texans are in a stronger position than the Colts.
Absolutely. I mean, yeah, the Colts just lost Jonathan Taylor, their number one running back. I mean, yes, they have Zach Moss. And Zach Moss, when Jonathan Taylor was in
Holding
his,
out.
Entanglement with Jim Irsay. Yeah, I'm saying it's an entanglement. You know, definitely. He did admirably. Tyler, who is your team that has the most to lose this week?
Oh, the most to lose this week?
Yep.
Oh, they're not playing this week. Shit.
You were going to say Buffalo, weren't you?
Yes, he
The,
was.
the most to lose, honestly, is Jacksonville.
Um,
Yes.
kind of.
Anyway, I'm saying
They're still
Jacksonville.
they're still leading their division.
Well, they're right now the 1 seed.
Yeah,
They're right now the 1 seed because Baltimore.
They have a lot to play for.
Yep.
Because if they lose, the 1 seed goes to Kansas City.
Yep.
Right.
Yep. I mean, Kansas City definitely. It's for what they are just always there. But honestly, they're also the team with the most to lose this week if they lose. Like
the AFC's in the air though.
Now they are. Now it is. But then again, the AFC's been a tough.
Kansas City is
conference.
not the Kansas City of 2019.
Yeah. Oh
No.
God, no.
No.
Kansas City is vulnerable. And teams down the
cracks
bottom.
Cracks are starting to form in that armor known as the Kansas City Chiefs and Lord Mahomes.
All right. Which player needs to perform to keep his
Did
money
you already
going?
tell your team?
Well, who you?
Yeah, you didn't tell your team.
But no, bastards already covered them. But no,
Yeah, you didn't say your
the team with the most to lose, honestly, the Lions.
Yep.
They are under some pressure to
Ooh,
perform
that is
this
true.
week. All right, Jared Goff has.
Hey, don't steal my thunder, because that was going to be the player I was going to talk about that needs to perform.
Well, then this is a wonderful tangent.
Yes.
A wonderful handoff.
Exactly.
Jared Goff
looked
now
like
has
Jared Goff looked like Jared Goof last week.
Jared Goff has not played well, and it's not just last week. This is the week before against the Bears. Like, to the point where didn't they accuse Jared Goff of shaving points? With his 3 interception performance. He had another 3 turnover performance this week. He needs to clean it up if the Detroit Lions expect to have a good playoff run. A deep playoff run.
Yeah, because here, an interesting fact. The Lions haven't had a deep playoff run. At all.
They don't go deep.
They don't go deep. They're normally one and done.
And it might be more in the same in the Motor City.
Yep.
All right, so since you say Jared Goff is the person with the most to perform, Tyler, which player do you think needs to perform?
Ooh, a player that needs to perform. Ooh, that's a good one.
Which player
Honestly?
needs that little blue pill?
Justin
Don't
Herbert.
stop till you get it up. Come on.
Ooh, okay. Yeah, go ahead. Yeah. Justin Herbert.
The reason I say Justin Herbert because they picked him to be the next franchise quarterback after Philip Rivers for a reason. And he has not been playing. He's been playing like Danny.
Not just that. Not just an addendum to that.
He's inconsistent.
I was going to add to that Justin Herbert,
And
of the time of the draft, looked better than Tua Tagovailoa's. Looked better. It's been, 4 years now? 3 or 4 years now? And now it's Tua that has risen to the occasion while Justin Herbert has just stagnated.
And I'm going to say it's, and to kind of throw both of you guys there, bones there, it also goes to show what management does with a quarterback.
Fuck you, Spanos.
Where Miami, all right, we need to give Tua weapons to excel.
Jalen Waddle and Tyreek Hill.
Jalen Waddle, Tyreek Hill.
Raheem Mostert.
All right. The only thing that they really should have done, in my humble opinion, they should have done their damnedest to keep Gesicki.
Yep.
All right. If they had kept Mike Gesicki in Miami, then we'd be talking about Miami possibly also being a 10-1 team.
Yep.
All right. And anybody who's not following right now, we are under ad break. For you guys, unfortunately.
Yep.
So you're not going to hear my wonderful, wonderful talk there. But in Justin Herbert's case, all right, they haven't really done anything. All right, Austin Eckler had before Justin Herbert. Keenan Allen, his top receiver, is guy that they had before Justin Herbert got there. All right. The only person that they got that kind of has developed that's I think his name is Parnham, the tight end.
Yeah, Parnham. Yeah.
Yeah, like that's it. All right. They've done nothing in Los Angeles to help Justin Herbert. I mean, Justin Herbert is producing numbers and doing an admirable job, but he is absolutely not getting support from coaching staff, which has changed twice since he's been an NFL quarterback, and by his GM not giving him suitable pieces. All right, and that defense is just schlock.
Yeah,
but
even
anyway,
if they have Khalil Mack.
So, and for me, player that definitely needs to perform right now is he's probably going to win this. But it is Dameon Pierce, running back of the Houston Texans. I mean, not gonna lie,
he's in danger of losing his job to Devin Singletary.
He's going to lose it to Devin Singletary. Absolutely.
Who
Motor is going to get it.
Because as we Bills fans know, Devin Singletary performs when it gets colder.
He does.
Yep.
You know, he is definitely a late season running back.
And that is weird for any back. You know, normally you want them all 16 games, but when it starts getting colder, that's when Devin Singletary thrives. And it's the halftime show. Do. Halftime show. Do. Yeah, YOLO. Halftime show.
All right. So, basically, with everybody, this is definitely the end of the looking back in the past at Week 12, and we go ahead and look to the future as we get ready for our ball predictions.
Brought to you by Bulletproof Coffee.
Absolutely. Get yourself some bold predictions. Get some of that bold. Yep, definitely.
The link to Bulletproof Coffee is in the description of our spot.
All right, so the teams that are on bye this week, we have the Baltimore Ravens, we have the Buffalo Bills, the Chicago Bears, the Las Vegas Raiders, the Minnesota Vikings, and the New York Giants. All right, so basically something we definitely added last for this week is I put the logos for the teams on there because there are some people in this that are watching the show right now that do not know any of the teams, that do not know football, that do not know different teams. So basically, the AFC team logos are on the left for the Ravens, the Bills, and the Raiders. And on the right is for the NFC teams, the Chicago Bears, the Minnesota Vikings, and the New York Giants.
The sentient derps.
All right. So we are going to go ahead and move to Thursday Night Football, which basically plays on Thursday night. As the Seattle Seahawks, who are struggling, which, not going to lie, almost was my team that is under the most pressure to perform, are facing off against the Dallas Cowboys. Both teams played last Thursday on Thanksgiving. The Seattle Seahawks lost to the San Francisco 49ers, and the Dallas Cowboys beat the Washington Commanders like a red-headed stepchild.
Be a sport and grab that in of the bell, will you?
So Dallas is favored by 7.5. Basically, these game lines are provided by ESPN Pick'em, the spread game. So that's what we're going.
Please gamble responsibly.
Please gamble responsibly. We are not experts and are also not bookies. We are not responsible for negative decisions.
We're just a bunch of idiots.
Facts.
Pretty much.
Especially when you're dealing with me, I am kind of an idiot.
Anyway.
Cobra, give me that bold.
Bold prediction. Dallas is winning.
No shit.
But that's not bold. This is gonna be a shutout.
That's not
That's bold.
It's gonna be a shutout victory by the Dallas Cowboys. The bold and because it's gonna be caused by Geno Smith throwing too many interceptions. 4 in the game.
4 interceptions. He calls it for Geno Smith. Tyler.
When you put that disclaimer in there, sucks to be you.
The bold prediction's not there. Sucks to be you, Seattle fans, but you're not winning this game. Anyway, my bold prediction that it's going to be 49-0.
All right, so
he's copying my homework and saying there's going to be a shutout.
All right, so bold.
It's not bold when you copy a person's homework.
He can write it in bold lettering.
Yeah, it is.
So yeah, what's your bold?
He doesn't have one.
My bold prediction that Seattle's going to get less than 100 yards overall offense.
So here is my bold prediction because yes, Dallas is covering the spread. So my
Did you
bold
get my bold?
What?
Yeah, we got your bold. It's Seattle at less than 100 yards.
Did you get my bold? My bold.
We heard you.
Less than 100 yards offense. It's pretty nice bold. My bold prediction is that.
Oh!
Thank you.
35.
Why did they ban cowgirls? Like seriously, cowgirls isn't offensive. Have Geno Smith will get picked off. Cowgirls win.
Maybe Jerry Jones is watching. Maybe Jerry Jones is watching.
I'm gonna say we're gonna get another pick 6 from the Ron Bland.
Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
I'm loving it. All right, so we're gonna move on to the Sunday game.
Geno's gonna get benched for Drew Lock.
First one we have the Los Angeles Chargers versus the New England Patriots. The Chargers are favored by 5.5.
All right. So, go, bro.
They're not gonna win.
Chargers winning, not covering spread.
Kind of bold.
It is, especially considering the fact that it's going to be a low-scoring game as well. A lot of mistakes by Herbert, and definitely mistakes by Jones and Zappa.
Yep.
That's my bold prediction. Total of 6 interceptions combined to both teams.
Go get the crack bus for.
No. There's logic in this. All
right, Tyler.
Bye, Staley.
No, I'm saying get the crack bus. Get the crack bus for me.
Okay. All right.
He's picking the Patriots.
Sorry, San Diego fans. You guys are absolute shit. The Patriots are shit.
First off,
it's just your luck. You can't take you.
First off, let me.
Hold on. Let Tyler cook before you.
Then I'll add. Okay.
Don't be a cuck.
I'm having New England Patriots win 14-7.
And let me remind you of something, Tyler.
And they're both going to combine.
Hold on.
All right.
Go ahead. Say it. Don't be a bitch. Say it.
The city of San Diego hates the Los Angeles Chargers because that was their team, and Spanos took it away from them. So
28-3.
So San Diego,
yeah.
The city of San Diego do not like the Los Angeles Chargers because they're not their team anymore. Fuck you, Spanos.
I mean, seriously, San Diego is probably going to be, going the way of Oakland. Like, the Padres might decide, hey, well, let's move to Vegas. Oh, wait, that's the Athletics.
Petco Park is too new. It's too new and too nice. So they're not going to move.
So, with that, my bold prediction, yes, is kind of along the same lines as Tyler. I say that the New England Patriots are going to actually beat the Chargers. On the arm of Bailey Zappi. They are going to get hit with the Zappa in New England as the Zappa is going to take down the Chargers.
Renegades
so
Law
the Chargers is
like
going to be like, no Chargers, no.
Brennigan's Law is like Brennigan's Law. Hard. Fast. Yes.
Ricky.
Yeah.
All right.
The Chargers are going to get zapped.
Yeah, they're gonna get zapped. I mean, they really should.
So now.
Now we have the Detroit Lions take on the New Orleans Saints. The Lions are favored by only 3.5.
Yep. All right. So, and Tyler stepped away for a minute.
Yeah, you have to, take care of business.
Yep.
Cobra.
I have the Saints winning this. And there's I know why you're looking. There's a reason why. And that is, the caveat is, if Jared Goff repeats his actions that he did on Thanksgiving, this is the Saints.
Honestly, seriously, I need probably a bong rip sound effect for that.
I mean, the Lions are under pressure to perform. If they can't perform against the Aints, now you push the panic button. Because, but the bold prediction is, Jared Goff throws 3 interceptions and 2 fumbles.
I'm like, who is the backup in Detroit? Probably a clown, but, anyway.
I'll look that up.
Tyler, are you... Oh! Now, it's not the Broncos last year. The Broncos last year probably would have done something like that.
Oh, it's Teddy Bridgewater.
Oh!
Teddy Two Gloves!
Let's go with Teddy!
Teddy Two Gloves! Teddy Two Gloves!
Come on, let's get Teddy Two Gloves in this bitch! Oh. Yeah. No, it is not.
No, it is not.
I think there was one game a couple years ago, like on Thursday night. I think it was like a 9-6.
Alright, we'll go back.
Like 9-6. But yeah, Tyler, give me your bold prediction.
For which game?
Detroit and Saints, yeah.
Jared Goff throws for 350 yards and 3 touchdowns.
And the Lions win?
Oh, yeah. Lions are cooking the shit out of this Saints.
Alright.
You ready? It's not gonna lie. News that I just heard. Thanks for this wonderful bold prediction. So, I say the Lions win in a come from behind game. Alright? After Jared Goff gets benched for Teddy Bridgewater throws for 5 touchdowns to lead the Lions on a comeback and beat the Saints on a last-second touchdown.
By Teddy Two Gloves.
By Teddy Two Gloves.
Yes, Tanner.
How's your boy?
Yes, Tanner, it is Teddy Bridgewater.
Alright, so next. Don't like that come from behind. Oh, there's my girl.
Well,
this is probably your mid-game of the week between the Atlanta Falcons and the New York Jets. The Falcons are favored by 3.5. Now, the Falcons finally let Bijan Robinson loose. So, what say you, Cobra?
Falcons are winning. This is the end of the Xerxes reign in New York, because this is going to be the Bijan Robinson Younghoe Koo show, as the Falcons win on the leg of Younghoe.
Desmond Ritter's going to actually play.
It's going to be all field goals and no touchdowns in this entire game.
Wow. Tyler, let's say you.
The Jets are actually going to pull off the win because are the Falcons home or are they at New York?
At New York.
At New York.
I mean, the Jets
Falcons
do play a lot better in Jersey.
Mercedes.
Yes, they
the Falcons can't play worth shit outside of Mercedes-Benz Stadium. And I see the Jets winning 27-24.
Okay. So, anything bold? Anything? But here's
It's a
something
big
funny.
game. Not really.
Here's gonna be what's funny. I got the Atlanta Falcons winning.
Zach
I
Wilson.
have them beating the Jets 28-3.
28-3.
Everybody knows.
If you know, you know.
If you know, you know. If you don't, then stop ready to
No, I don't
see
know.
you. Alright, so anyway, next we
If
have
you
the
know, you
Arizona Cardinals versus these motherfuckers. Alright.
Mid,
No.
next.
Yep, mid. Alright. Alright, so anyway. Go ahead, Cobra, do it.
It's gonna be eating good for stellar football as the Pittsburgh Steelers eat up on some Cardinal. Eat shit, Redbirds! Najee Harris, 150 yards rushing. Kenny Pickett, 250 yards through the air, 3 touchdowns. The Redbirds get fucking shut the fuck out. Eat Primantes, you motherfuckers! Steelers go Super Bowl!
Ow! My ears.
How's
Son of a
your ears,
bitch.
Ricky?
Alright, Tyler. Give me your bowl.
Okay, so warm up the crack pipe. Hey, Ricky, warm up the crack pipe for me.
Okay. Wait, why did crack pipes get warmed up? I don't know, man.
Because he's going Redbirds. He's going to Cardinals.
I'm going Cardinals, first off.
You lying motherfucker!
Oh,
You're only doing it for memes!
Alright.
Actually, no, I'm not doing it for memes. The Steelers are not a complete team.
Are you talking about
James
because?
Conner, Zach,
Are you
Kyler
saying it
Murray,
because
Zach,
of that
Zach
that backstage
supposed to
fight
be
with
back.
their receiver, Minka Fitzpatrick?
I mean, hey, that's whatever.
Maybe.
Alright, give me your bowl.
Maybe.
Or
Maybe.
was that your bowl?
Well, my bold prediction is the Cardinals winning 27-3.
No, he does not.
I do not. That is weird.
As I said, go get me the fucking
So, basically, I'm going to go and say the Steelers are going to win.
Aga!
My bold prediction is that Najee Harris and,
I was just about to ask that, yeah.
and Jalen Warren are both going to rush for 150 yards on the ground.
Because the Steelers got this.
Alright.
No!
Enough! Alright, now, not gonna lie, probably a layup right here as the Colts take on the Tennessee Titans. The Colts are favored by 2.5. It is in Tennessee. So
this is a very interesting matchup, and I did allude to this because the Colts are under immense pressure. And I think
pressure.
And I'm going to say it, but I think it's going to be the Titans. I think the Titans will win this one.
And?
Because the Colts are going to commit too many mistakes. They don't have Jonathan Taylor. Gardner Minshew is not a complete quarterback. And Jim Irsay does too much cocaine as a whiny little billionaire entitled prick.
And?
Fuck you, Jim Irsay.
And?
Fuck you, Jim Irsay.
Tyler.
My pick?
Yes.
Oh. I'm going to go Tennessee Titans.
So, ladies, okay.
Well, the Tennessee Titans because, one, the Colts are without Jonathan Taylor. And they really don't have anything else other than Jonathan Taylor. I mean, Minshew's good and all, but is he really that good? Can he really? Can their defense really stop Derrick Henry?
I don't think Derrick Henry.
King Henry is going to return this weekend.
Okay.
So pretty much Tyler just copied my homework. Ricky?
I am going to say the Indianapolis Colts are going to win. All right. Will Levis right
Rick,
now.
Cobra, quit stealing our secrets.
But no, so basically Will Levis, that Tennessee offensive line has just sucked hard. All right, you know it sucks so bad. I got sued by Mia Khalifa. So
Ursat. Or Jim
but no,
Ursat.
so I say that Zach Moss rushes for 3 touchdowns and 120 yards as Mike Vrabel gets fired this week.
Nice. Well, not really nice, but
Next we have this is going to be an easy one. Miami Dolphins versus the Washington Commanders. Miami by
Skip.
9.5.
Oh,
Skip.
yeah, I would say.
Ben's not here,
I would
so
say,
skip.
yeah.
I was going to say we're probably unanimous saying Miami is going to cover the spread.
That's it,
Anything
only not-
bold?
Miami wins by 30 points.
Tyler.
Miami's putting up 70. Miami's putting up 70.
Ricky.
Tua breaks the single game touchdown record
Nice.
for the Tyreek Hill.
I actually kind of agree. I kind of like that.
I do too.
Washington
And that's held
can't.
by Tom Brady and Randy Moss from 2007.
Yep.
I mean, Washington can't stop anything. It's almost like Spanish Inquisition.
Nobody expects the Spanish Inquisition.
Haha.
Next.
Next is the game of the
Anyway,
week as the Denver Broncos face off against the Houston Texans. The Houston Texans are favored by 3.5, and basically anybody with football knowledge definitely know.
Houston used to have a team called the Oilers. Now they are the Tennessee Titans because they actually moved because Bud Adams was a sniveling prick.
But yes, so the Houston team, I'm like, yeah, Oilers went by over Oilers by 3.5. Cobra, what's your bold?
Full prediction right here. I have the Texans winning. As much as Joey Overstreet, friend of the channel, is clamoring for a 12-5 Denver Broncos playoff berth. It ain't gonna happen. This is where the luck runs out for the Denver Broncos. As Devin Singletary runs for 150 yards and C.J. Stroud throws for 5 touchdowns, with one of those at least going to Devin Singletary in the red zone.
Tyler?
I honestly think it's going to be a high-scoring game, honestly.
Yeah.
I think it's going to be... I'm going with Denver Broncos, 38-35.
Okay. So for me, I say Houston's going to win. C.J. Stroud is going to throw for 6 touchdowns. 5 to his own team.
Oh, so one is going to be a pick
I'm
six.
trying to say a pick 6. As
Stroud, I'm going to say this, guys. I'm going to say this about Stroud. Stroud's definitely changed my opinion.
Yeah, definitely.
on him.
Ohio State. He is probably the best Ohio State quarterback that we've seen.
Yeah, in the modern era, at least, yes.
All right, next.
Dwayne Haskins.
And it's a time Dwayne Haskins. Rest in peace, Dwayne Haskins.
Next we are taking our second charge timeout.
Yeah,
Basically, make sure you get up and stretch, grab a drink, get some snacks, use the bathroom, call for another Berber. Yes, you definitely gotta love some of them Berbers.
I told you not to throw the challenge flag.
No challenge.
Cobra, I told you not to throw the challenge flag, damn it.
So, not gonna lie, I am absolutely loving, it's kind of fast paced how we got going on this week.
Well, without Ben, we're down a man, but we're going through it.
Yeah, we are pulping up. All right, so now we have the Carolina Panthers, who are 1-10, versus the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Tampa Bay is favored only by 5.5. Cobra.
It's still gonna
That's
be it's gonna be a massacre. It's gonna be a massacre. Tampa Bay has a superior defense. I predict they're gonna get 10 sacks on
Okay.
Bryce Young.
Tyler.
Grab the car seat.
Oh, it's gonna be absolute massacre, but for the Carolina Panthers, I'm sorry, Panthers fans, but I don't think you're gonna score a single point, and you're gonna be held under 150 yards total.
Call an ambulance. Not for me.
All right. So here's my bold prediction.
Call ambulance for the Panthers fans.
Yep.
Yeah, call an ambulance. Not for me. I'm actually going to call the upset here. I am saying the Carolina Panthers are going to beat the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
Just because of a coaching change?
No.
Ricky. Roger Goodell's calling, and he's going to need you for the drug test.
So I'm
Meet
going
me
to
at the
say...
parking lot at 8 a.m. We'll go in together.
Why might be in a cup? But no. So my reasoning is Baker Mayfield is playing hurt.
Again.
But he might not even make it through. We might see Kyle Trask. Alright? And inspired football. Baker Mayfield has also been a turnover machine. So, hey, I definitely see old Baker, so absolutely. That is me giving my bold prediction of Carolina getting the win.
We lost 3 people.
Okay, so this is an interesting contest as the Cleveland.
Yeah.
This could be interesting. The Cleveland Brown Stains face off against the Los Angeles State. The Rams are favored by 4.5 points.
Hold on, I gotta take the Browns to the Super Bowl.
Again?
Oh,
Where's
man.
the toilet sound when you need it?
Hold
on, I gotta take the Browns to the Super Bowl.
So I have the Rams winning this one, but not by this.
Okay.
The Browns defense is actually going to hold every single receiver under 100 yards.
Yeah.
And there's only going to be 1 touchdown scored by the Rams. The rest of their offensive points are going to be by field goal.
Okay. Tyler.
Oh, I have the Cleveland Browns beating the LA Rams.
Yeah. Okay.
Only because the LA Rams have not been playing well. And
Last week.
Yeah.
Matthew Stafford's has been playing hurt. They might put Carson Wentz in.
The former Philadelphia Lord and Savior.
Matthew Stafford's going to play so bad, they're going to put Carson Wentz in.
The biggest thief to 3 teams.
Actually, no, that's St. Nick.
No. Nick Foles at least has an appendage to impress people.
Alright.
Yep. Ricky?
No, I'm going to say that...
By the way, Sam, are we talking only in football, or are you talking about the other sports?
So, Los Angeles has 2 football teams.
2 football teams.
Right.
2 baseball teams. 2 basketball teams. 1 hockey team.
2 football teams.
Yep. So,
a hockey team and 3 soccer teams.
So
actually, at one point, they technically had 3.
At one point, because one of them is now residing in Las Vegas.
So yeah, LA is very interesting in history of the NFL.
They're also very ADD when it comes to football teams as well, because sometimes those teams will move to St. Louis, sometimes those teams will move to Oakland, sometimes those teams will move to San Diego or from so, and sometimes they'll be in the XFL and be known as the Riot.
Yeah, so...
Well, not the Riot, the Extreme, sorry.
So, yeah.
The LA Riot splits the league.
So when I was a young boy, LA had the Chargers and the Raiders.
Yeah.
Then the Chargers moved to San Diego.
They had the Chargers, Raiders, and Rams back in the...
Well, yeah, so...
In the 90s, they moved
the Rams went to St. Louis. The Raiders went to Oakland, and the Chargers went to San Diego.
Yeah, which the city of Oakland is still paying for that mistake.
So, they
Actually, technically,
Raiders?
Oakland. Okay,
Raiders
so
moved-
Mount
Oakland-
Davis.
Ricky.
Mount Davis.
What?
Al Davis, yep.
Yeah, Mount
actually,
Davis
technically
was the
the
one
Raiders
there.
moved from Oakland to LA.
Yep. Yeah.
Oakland to LA, then back to Oakland to Las Vegas.
That's the main reason why, was because Al Davis wanted press boxes and added to Oakland Alameda Coliseum to get Oakland the Raiders to come back to Oakland. They put that in the Oakland Alameda Coliseum, that is the current home of the Athletics until Vegas. And that is still costing the city of Oakland money.
Well, I mean, there's a lot of things that cost Oakland everything. But, so yeah, I say the Rams are going to win.
Police.
I have 2 words as to why Los Angeles is going to beat the Browns. That is Kyron Johnson. The dude played studly, last week against the Cardinals. He's going to be studly again this week, as he's going to run all over the Browns.
Allahu Muffin Top.
Next is for some the game of the week.
As 2 NFC juggernauts face off against each other, and they are giving it to
Are
the
the 49ers really a juggernaut, though?
I mean, if Deebo Samuel gets hurt, yeah, then they're kind of...
Are the 49ers really a juggernaut, though?
Are the Eagles a juggernaut?
Are the Eagles a juggernaut?
Lucky.
Yeah.
Really?
Again, you can argue
really,
for both sides, but either way, the 49ers are favored by 2.5. And I hate to say it, I'm going to take that action. I got the San Francisco 49ers winning. Because, go on. 2 words, Nick Bosa.
Okay.
There's an answer for the Eagles tush push, which was a non-factor in Buffalo, against Buffalo. And besides that, the Eagles did not really look that dominating against Buffalo from what I saw. So, if the 49ers can beat the Eagles, and they will beat the Eagles, because Christian McCaffrey will have 250 all-purpose yards, and Brock Purdy's going to have 300 yards.
Tyler?
I am actually going to take the opposite. I'm going to actually say Philadelphia stays with 1 loss, and I'm going to say Philadelphia. It's going to be a good game. It's going to be a decent scoring game. I think it's going to come down to the final seconds, and I think the Eagles are going to win 27-24.
Ricky.
Jalen Hurts is going to rush for 100 yards and 2 touchdowns.
No, I don't think he's going to rush it.
Say,
I don't think Jalen Hurts is going to rush for as long as you think. He's still dealing with a bone bruise. Still dealing with a bone contusion in his left knee. I saw that. He couldn't.
AJ Brown's going to have a $150 and 3 touchdowns.
All right, Ricky.
So, yeah, this is my smart money of the week. I'm going to go with the Eagles on this. Not going to lie. The Eagles, they're just the best second half team in football.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Bar none. I mean, the first half, they suck dick.
Oh, yeah.
Like, big time. They suck dick. Like, all the dick.
Yep.
Alright? But that second half, you ain't beating the Eagles in the second half.
I think that's because the refs had to wait for their checks to clear.
Hey. But yeah, bold prediction. It is going to be.
That's the New England Patriots.
It's going to be
it's currently the Eagles right now.
Jake Elliott 60 yards.
Because Mahomes at least pays in cash.
Next. All right, so this is our third and final timeout, the 30-second timeout. Basically we are, basically getting ready for a home stretch or Sunday night games.
And our Monday night game.
Getting ready to go ahead and throw everything out.
It's
a nice quick show tonight. So everybody.
A reminder: we cannot say the words in succession. Are you ready for some? We cannot say that in a sing-song voice.
Are you ready for something? All right, so basically Sunday Night Football hosts the Kansas City Chiefs trying to find an identity, and the Green Bay Packers, who are actually totally trying to,
Rebound.
well, they're actually playing rather well recently. The Kansas City Chiefs are favored by 6.5 Taylor Swifts. Wait a minute, where the? That Monday night?
No, it's Sunday night. It's Sunday
No,
night.
no, the other one.
What do you mean the other one?
Okay, anyway. Go on. So yeah, because I was like, yeah, where's my other joke? It's probably next.
It's next. So this is going to be my hot take. It says we are going bold. Here's my bold prediction: the Green Bay Packers are going to play spoiler to the Kansas City Chiefs and win.
Hey, Cobra, your drug test is at 9 o'clock in the morning.
Bold prediction is, there's going to be a lot of fumbles and drops with the Kansas City Chiefs wide receivers, and the Packers are going to capitalize it. I know, Tanner, Vikings fan, I know, and there's going to be one person cheering the most. That is, Rossi Posse Packer Nation, as Green Bay wins.
Tyler?
I'm going with Kansas City. I'm going to be the smart one here and go with Kansas City. Because, one, Green Bay sucks. They played good against the Wins, but that was one game. But
yeah, forgive me.
it's still
Not
the Packers.
not everyone
Wait,
huffs
well,
Yinzer
the
paint.
Steelers.
The Chiefs.
I know. Not everyone huffs that Yinzer paint.
Anyway, I have no more.
No bold?
No bold. No bold. No balls.
No bold.
No
No
bold,
balls.
no
No balls.
Alright. I say Kansas City wins, but they don't beat the spread.
That spread is too generous.
It is very generous. Green Bay is playing. The last 3 weeks they played very well. They almost beat Pittsburgh. They beat the Chargers, and
And
then
the
they
Lions.
dominated the Lions. Where the Kansas City Chiefs have been kind of like,
They've been coasting.
They rebound. They were down 14 against the Raiders last week.
Yeah. And then they lost to the Eagles.
They came back and won. They lost to the Eagles. They lost to the Broncos.
Yeah.
They might lose to the Bills next week.
Yeah. They're. It looks like it just seems like to me the Chiefs are just coasting. That's all they're doing. They're coasting.
Saving points.
Yep.
And then finally, Monday Night Football. Yes, Cincinnati Bengals versus the Jacksonville Jaguars. The Jaguars are favored by 8.5 love letters to Tyler Lawrence by Ben.
And I have the
Stone Cold.
Yeah.
I wonder why I got out of bed at all. What?
And the Jaguars are winning, but they are not covering the spread.
And you're high, sir.
I am not. They're not covering the spread primarily because at times Trevor Lawrence can be a little erratic.
Fair.
I do.
You can ask Calvin Ridley. You can gamble on it actually if you want to.
Oh my goodness. Tyler, go ahead.
I think Jaguars are cover the spread and beat the Bengals quite easily.
Kitty goes meow.
Right.
No bold. No bold.
Bold.
Give me bold.
So I'm going to take the Jacksonville Jaguars. I'm going to take that 8.5 action. I am going to say bold prediction is the Jacksonville Jaguars are going to score more points than the Cincinnati Bengals offense. They're going to sack whoever is in Cincinnati, be it Jake Browning, be it his backup, be
AJ McCarron,
be it anybody. They're going to sack him so hard and so much that basically you're going to wish they sacked a little bit more. But it's going to be return to Saxonville in Duval against the Cincinnati Bengals.
The Saxonville Abbey will
as
return.
the Bengals start their slide and descent into playoff obscurity.
A return of the Bungles.
All right, so basically, basically we come to our thank you part of the show. Basically, a nice big old shout out
To, of
our
course,
affiliate sponsors, Fanatics.com,
where we get a lot of our fan apparel, especially hats, jerseys, T-shirts, even some weird accessory BS. W Energy.
I was gonna say, seriously, Fanatics.com not only has football, they have baseball, NBA, hockey,
pro
even
wrestling,
pro
NASCAR,
wrestling,
with
you know,
WWE.
basically whatever type of fandom that you are involved in, Fanatics.com. Click our affiliate link in our Spotify bio.
Same with W Energy.
Yep, W Energy. Use the SSP10 at checkout for 10% off.
Bulletproof Coffee.
Bulletproof Coffee. Click our affiliate link. Definitely get yourself some coffee. Get yourself some energy supplements. You know, whatever you feel you can find. You absolutely go ahead.
Dr. Squatch.
Dr. Squatch. Hey, make sure you smell like a man.
And speaking of smelling like a man, nothing supports the troops more than Duke Cannon Supply Company with their big ass bricks of soap.
Yep, absolutely. You know, hey, yes.
And
you definitely don't want to drop those soaps because they fucking hurt.
Yes, they do. They are heavy ass bricks.
All right.
And speaking of drip, it's sleeves. Not only do they have arm sleeves, leg sleeves, they have shorts. They have football. They have receivers gloves. So it is about to wrap up with football season. But get your little ones or even yourself ready for the big game. And represent that drip.
All right. Again, also, special shout outs. I want to thank our wonderful stream friend Ashlanda for the wonderful raid that we got before the show started. We definitely want to thank Tyler as always for being here. You as well, Cobra.
Want to give a special shout out to Tanner who joined us in the chat.
Absolutely. Special thanks also to my wonderful Sam for being a. My Sam for being a wonderful.
Sorry
mod.
that she's bedridden. Wish her
love
and health because she's bedridden.
Absolutely. Like seriously, always doing her wonderful best. She is again the most amazing friend, and I am absolutely lucky to have her in my life.
Yep.
All right. And basically, yes, a huge thank you to all of you who watch us on Twitch and who listen to us on Spotify. You guys are incredible. You guys, your support definitely helps us continue what we do.
The fact that you're able to handle our sporting opinion is a blessing in disguise. Cannot thank you.
And seriously, you guys make us want to do this.
Yeah.
And we will eventually get better. We'll get everything worked out.
It just takes a lot of it takes time and money. That's the unfortunate
We'll be in person.
thing.
I was gonna say mainly time.
We'll be in person one day.
Eventually.
We'll be in person one day, and we'll have a studio one day.
Yeah, I would love that. Yep. Like a nice big old nice studio where we can actually do our own freaking opinions.
Yep. Hopefully, we'll be able to do a lot more than just podcasts about football.
Absolutely. But yes, again, from all of us at the Sportspad podcast, I've been your host Ricky for Cobra and for Tyler and for our missing Ben. Wish you a good night.
A good week.
Always.
A good season.
Good week. And a good season.
All right.
Have a great night, guys.